you guys, it's April here. So wanted to come on. We are in campaign 4 still. If you're local, you've already placed your order with me, hopefully, because I've already done my bulk order. But we still have a few days left on campaign 4 on the website, which is shopwithapril.com. So I want to talk to everybody about the main things here. In campaign 4, we have the Serum Bar. So this was all about serums, and they really highlighted some of the serums that we have. And also, really big special here that we'll talk about in just a second. But I wanted to talk to you guys about serums and why they're important, or why you might want to consider them if you're not already using one. I like to layer my serums. They are basically a really super potent moisturizer, and they deliver targeted results. So most moisturizers are literally just that, just a moisturizer. We do have an ultimate skincare line where the moisturizer provides benefits for 7 different signs of aging. But it's still okay to use a serum with that one as well. But yeah, a lot of the other ones, they're more just to really hydrate the skin and moisturize. So I love serums and I use a ton of them, and then I still do my moisturizer with them. So I want to talk about some of them, some of my favorites. I have all of them here except for 2 that are highlighted in this brochure. So I wanted to go through, and then we have a newer one that I also wanted to show you because it's important just to make sure you're really getting all of the product out correctly. I wanted to show you a little trick to that. So I'm actually going to go through this brochure just to keep track of myself. And the first one we have in there is the vitamin C serum. So if you haven't seen it, this is our vitamin C serum. It has the equivalent of 30 oranges worth of vitamin C in there. It has a really nice light texture. It's very clear. It's not super thick. You put this on after cleansing, and you can still wear moisturizer with it. So this helps reduce signs of aging, like fine lines, and it actually does brighten your skin as well. So it can do a lot of different things, but the main thing about the vitamin C is the brightening, and it helps with like dark spots if you've been out in the sun too much. If you have natural freckles, nothing will get rid of your freckles. And if another company is telling you otherwise, run away. Dark spots and age spots are not the same as hereditary freckling, which I have some. It has gotten lighter, but unless you want to go to a dermatologist, you really can't have those lifted or corrected. So just be wary about other people's claims on skincare products. But I really love this, and it really does help to brighten. This is also really good for overall tone. So if you have any splotchiness, this one is a really good one too. It really does help just brighten up the whole skin and really make it all the same color. So I really do love this one. We updated the formula last year, and I'm so in love with it, and I use it pretty regularly. You know, you can see I have pretty fair skin, so I do like to keep it lightened. If I do spend too much time in the sun, even with SPF, if you're out there for an extended period of time, some of those UV rays still hit you. So not reapplying your SPF as needed. So this is a really great one. If you did have any sun damage from the warmer months and you hadn't addressed them yet, and you're starting to notice them, because as you start to lose sun naturally, because it's the winter months, you may notice some of the dark spots and things like that from the sun. So this is a really good one for that, okay? And that's the vitamin C serum, and that one's on sale for $24.99. So all of these vitamin C's are on sale, and then you can get a freebie with it as well. So that's important, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. So the next ones, these are kind of together almost, but they are different serums. So this is our Hydrofusion replenishing serum, and you can see all these little bubbles in there. There we go. Now you can see all the little bubbles. And that's actually raspberry antioxidant in there. And all of those little bubbles really do burst onto your skin and really help penetrate deep down. And this helps with just hydration and plumpness. It has a really nice light fragrance. And this has hyaluronic acid in there. Hyaluronic acid is a naturally occurring thing in your skin. But over time, just like most other things, you produce less and less of it. So you start to lose some of that bounce and elasticity. And and the hyaluronic acid products that we carry help with that. So I really like this one. I have a lot of customers, once they tried it, they were hooked on this. So this is just the replenishing serum. But in that same line, we recently, and you can tell I love this one, so we came out with one. This is the Hydrofusion 1.5 hyaluronic acid. So just super duper concentrated amount of the hyaluronic acid. This is for a little bit more intensely dry skin, and you know, if you have deeper lines or more you know, signs of aging, this is a really great one because it really shoots an even more concentrated amount of hyaluronic acid into your skin. It really helps plump it back up. So you know, and I mean, my skin's pretty good and plump, and I use this one every day now, as you can see. I love this one, and I started to use it, and this was, you know, my third bottle or so. But when this one came out, I really got addicted to this. It feels great. It doesn't have the little bubbles in it, but it is a little bit stronger as far as the concentration of hyaluronic acid. And you can do your research. You know, hyaluronic acid is kind of a big deal. It's really a rage. It's something they finally realized we are losing. And it really has a lot to do with the bounce back in your skin, which also affects lines and wrinkles, because if you don't have that plumpness to your skin, that's how the furrows go down really deep. So again, this is the Hydrofusion 1.5% hyaluronic acid. And this one's $19.99 and this one's $24.99, but again, a little bit more concentrated. And one pump does your whole face, okay? So you don't have to go crazy. This has lasted me a very long time. So you don't, you know, take a bath in it. So that one is a little bit stronger, so it's just a few more dollars. But again, you'll get a freebie with both of those. We also have one of our newer ones, and I like this one, and this is good for all age ranges, but I've noticed that it's really been a hit with my younger customer clientele, but it has charcoal in it. It does come out black, but it will go in. I'll just show you if you can see little, I put on too much. So it will disappear into your skin if you keep rubbing. I better put that down. So, and it feels really good, and it has a really nice smell. It doesn't smell like charcoal. It has ginseng and some other really wonderful components in there. See, no more black. Nice and smooth though. And what the Neutralize line is meant to do is to block out pollutants, but also pull existing gunk and pollutants out of your skin. But the serum particularly really creates a barrier against any more pollutants getting in. So we do have a full line of these, and I do love the charcoal stick, and we have the nose strips for these as well. And I will say, if you begin using this one, which I love this one, and just like with any other new skincare regimen, but especially this one because it has a tingle effect, just so you know, and that's normal, and that's what it's supposed to do. That means it's working. So, but it also starts to almost pull dirt, oil, residue, things like that out. Like if you have larger pores, if you notice that's a problem, that means that when you're cleansing, you're not getting everything out. So it just sits in there, and that's what causes those pores to open up and stay that way. So you need something that's going to help pull those out. So this will help do that. So you'll notice your pore shrinking over time, but it also just helps with full clarity of your skin, keeps it real nice and healthy and glowy. But when you first use it the first few times, because it's pulling gunk out, you may experience a little bit of a breakout, nothing intense, nothing major, but I just like to be, you know, pretty upfront with my customers. I don't want you to freak out and think that you're having a bad reaction to something that I'm recommending to you. It's normal because it's pulling all that stuff out of your face. You got to keep using it. It'll clear up so beautifully, and you're going to love your skin. I have one of my good customers' daughter started using this, and she gave me such wonderful feedback on this whole thing because she was experiencing a lot of breakouts as it was, and this has really helped her. So she really loved it, and it just smells really nice and clean. So if you like clean smelling skincare, this is a really great one to try. This one is $24.99. And again, this is the Anew Neutralize Anti-Pollution Serum. And a freebie will come with that one. One of my favorites that we don't always talk about all the time is our power serum. So this power serum can be used by itself, or it can be used with your favorite serums, moisturizers, whatever. This goes on my face first every day after I cleanse, no matter what, because you can use this alone, and it has special goodies in there that really attack what your skin needs. So it's meant to seek out what your problem areas are and help fix them, but it also works even better with your favorite serum and moisturizer. So it's almost like a treatment that really boosts the rest of your skincare regimen, but you can use it alone as a moisturizer if you want to. Just don't forget an SPF, because this is a treatment, so it does not have SPF in there. But this does help with firmness and radiance, and again, fine lines and any other weird signs of aging. And maybe you just can't put your finger on it, but you're like, my skin just needs something, I don't know what. Get the power serum. You will not be sorry. This is my favorite, and I do use it with everything. And the good thing about all of our skincare products is, even if you have something that is not anew or not from Avon that you love, but you want to use our products, everything is mix and matchable. So this is on sale for $24.99. It's regularly $44. Totally worth the $44, but snag it up while it's on sale for $24.99. But this is the Anew Power Serum. So one of April's all-time favorites. And again, that will come with a freebie as well. One of our newer things, and I've had a lot of customers fall in love with this stuff, and I love it too, especially in the winter months, because it's so much drier. Your skin is so much drier. It needs a little bit more. So, and oils and things are kind of in right now, and we're learning over time that, people used to be afraid to put oils on their face because you thought it would make it more oily, but there's actually oppositely. And so if your skin is too dry, your skin is going to naturally, or your body will naturally overproduce oil to overcompensate. So you still can have those age, like the lines and everything, but you look oily. So you really have to find a product that will combat that. And that's exactly what we've done with the Anew Ultimate Supreme Dual Elixir. So you can see here, there is a serum and a cream in here, or a serum and an oil, excuse me. There's 2 separate chambers, and they've done this to keep it as potent as possible up until the moment you put it on your face. So one thing I wanted to show everybody about this, because it is 2 separate chambers, you want to make sure that you're getting equal parts and you actually get all the product out. So when you open it, they say just do this the first time. I like to do it every time, but when you get it, just take it and pump it right in there. Don't slam it down on a table. It's glass, it will break. But just bang it on the palm of your other hand. Make sure you're distributing all that product down to the bottom. And then I'll show you, there's 2 separate little things. And let me clean that off. You can tell I took this with me to Orlando because I knew my skin was going to be dry. So it has the 2 little chambers, and I'll show you. So you can see here the oil, and here's the cream, okay? And what you do is, in your hand, this would be in the palm of your hand, okay? But you're gonna rub this in and get it in nice and mixed up, and then you'll take it and apply it to your skin, okay? And this is after cleansing, before your moisturizer. This stuff is so good that if you didn't want to use a separate moisturizer, you could probably get away with it. It really does pair well with our Black Pearl moisturizing nighttime cream. But again, this has no SPF in it because it's a treatment, so be sure you're using an SPF for daytime use, but nighttime especially. If I use this, I don't need a lot of moisturizer on after it, and it also smells wonderful, and it feels very luxurious. It has black pearl extract in it as well, and a bunch of other things. I don't have enough time to get into all the ingredients, but it is available on the website. All of our ingredients are available on the website on each item. So if you have questions, when you go to shopwithapril.com and start looking up these different products, you can see all the ingredients that's in there. But the black pearl extract is kind of the big deal, and what really helps with this extreme softness. It feels like velvet on your skin almost. Really soaks in, super duper moisturization, but it also helps balance out your dryness versus your oiliness. So this one is $34.99 because again, it's It's one of our more high potent products, and it has multi-functions for it. So it's $34.99, but it really will last you a good long time. That one pump, again, from both chambers, one pump mixed in, that will cover your whole face, okay? So you don't need to be using lots and lots of pumps on all of these, okay? So, and we call it our oil serum cocktail, but that one is one of our fan favorites since we've come out with it, and it really helps reduce fine lines, other signs of aging, plumpness, elasticity, and firmness. It's a really great one. So it's a little few extra dollars, but it's still really fantastic. So don't overlook it because of the price. So I'm missing a couple, but I have a few more here. This one right here is the Anew Clinical Infinite Lift. So if you have any sagginess right down here, or you're losing firmness right here in your jowls, under your neckline, that kind of thing, if your skin's getting a little loose, turkey neck, tech neck, that kind of thing. Tech neck is a thing from sitting like this on your phone all day. So you can Google it. I didn't make that up. I promise it's a thing. So if you're experiencing any of those, this is really fantastic because this will actually visibly lift that skin back up if you use it twice a day. Just like any other skincare product, if you buy it and use it twice, it's not going to work. You have to use it consistently every day. And the longer you use it, the better results you get. We do have some products that within a week you're going to see results, but you're going to see your best results after you've been using it consistently morning and evening for at least a month, okay? So again, full disclosure, if people tell you otherwise, usually there's some weird catch. There are products on the market where you'll see visible change immediately, but it'll go away in just a few hours. So it's almost like a parlor trick. You will see a change. I actually did a test on somebody who had a lot of saggy skin and wrinkles around their eyes. It's not really meant to be used around your eyes. This is Infinite Lift, and again for like the jowls and under here, but she had a lot of sagging here and I wanted a good picture, so I just did one side with this product, and this has a little rolly ball. If you see there, when you first get it, you have to turn it on and off. And this is a rolly ball, and you will just roll up and down there, and then dab it in if you get a little too much product on there. And I waited like 30 minutes and then went back and took another picture, and there was a visible difference. But again, if you don't use this twice a day every day, it's just going to kind of revert back because you're retraining that skin. It's just like Botox. Botox plumps it, but it's also freezing it, so that once that effect goes away, you have memory of that. Your skin remembers it's not furrowed anymore. It's just like the wrinkles. If you have wrinkles, it's because you have over time made a face or smiled and you got these lines. So your skin memorizes that pattern. So you have to get it to memorize backwards in order to work. So you have to actually give it a little bit of time. So this is Infinite Lift, and it's really fantastic for these areas and down. And again, you'll get a free item with that. And that one is that one's $24.99. I just wanted to make sure I had that right. Now, there is a full face of this, but this is the targeted one. And I use the targeted one and put it all over my face. That's not necessarily the way it's supposed to be done. But this is our line eraser with retinol. Avon was the first company to stabilize retinol in skincare. It was in 84 or 89. I'd have to Google it again, but we were the first company to stabilize retinol in skincare. Retinol is really important in your regimen. Even if you don't get it from me, please get you some retinol. Even if you're younger, it really just helps fine lines and overall signs of aging. The targeted treatment is really great for the deeper furrows. If you have, the parentheses or, your 11s or whatever right there, I hear that all the time. Even right here, if you're starting to keep, you have your smile lines when you're not smiling anymore, then your targeted line eraser can help with that. But there's also a sister product of the line eraser treatment, and it's like a little bit bigger bottle. You do one little pump and you can do your whole face with it. It's not as concentrated as this. Retinol still is a very strong product. So if you have sensitive skin, you definitely need to test it first in an area like right down here. Anytime you get new skincare, I say right here is the best. They say you can do right here, but right here is so much closer to your face, so you're going to really get the best idea. And having a bad reaction and having an adjustment period is not the same thing either. You know, sometimes when you try a new product, your skin has to adjust to it. So if you get a little bit of redness, that's actually normal. If you have a breakout, like a full-on raised rash and irritation, itching, heat to the touch, that kind of thing, that's a bad reaction. An adjustment to a new product is different, and sometimes you will experience a little bit of redness, especially with a retinol, because it is so strong, but it should tone down after a few hours if it's just an adjustment. So, and because even today, my skin gets just a little pink every time I put this on, but then it goes away pretty quickly. And it's just because it's so strong. And I only use the targeted at nighttime because it is so strong. And because I do tend to be a little oily, I don't want it to run into my eyeballs because this is my problem area. So the targeted treatment is $22.99. And then if you get the one for your full face, that's $24.99. And again, this is great with lines, overall signs of aging, discolorations. Retinol is good for like everything. It's almost like a vitamin C serum, but stronger. So then let's see, I got one more here. Yes. And I love this one right here. So this is our Resurfacing Expert Smoothing Fluid. And I've had somebody else, not a lot of people always ask me for this, but it's really great and it really does help. It's almost like an exfoliator in a bottle, or even a peel, like a glycolic peel, if you will. But it's a little slower than going to the dermatologist, but the price point is much better. I do use this AM and PM when I feel like my skin needs it. This is not something that I do regularly, but especially in the winter months, every few days I like to use this a couple, like morning and nighttime, because this is a serum and it has a little ampule here. So you just doop, and then you have this, and this really you do your whole face, and then you want to make sure you're using some sort of exfoliant when you rinse your face the next morning or the next day, or in the evening that day, because this will help slough off dead skin. So if you have a lot of texture issues with your skin, it just feels bumpy or it looks irregular, again, pores are looking kind of wild, you know, it just doesn't have that nice, smooth, soft, supple look to it, especially if your makeup starts to look weird or you feel like it's not working that good, you probably need to get some dead skin off your face. So instead of going to the dermatologist and having a chemical peel, you can get our Resurfacing Expert Smoothing Fluid, and this right now is only $24.99. This is very strong also, so sensitive skin folks, I don't know, you can test it out. It's dermatologically tested, but it is a stronger product, just, you know, at full disclosure, but I love it. I do tend to have pretty sensitive skin, just that's a fair skin thing, I think. But some people who have very sensitive skin, just it's a lot for them. I mean, you can always try to do it once a day versus twice a day like I do. I just really, when I have a problem, I want to take care of it as soon as possible. So I'm doing twice a day. And I would add, you know, it's funny thing, people always tell me they have really sensitive skin or they can't do certain products, but there's like 3% of the population that literally has you know, diagnosable sensitive skin. Because again, I think that people misinterpret when you start to have a new reaction to a new product. You misinterpret that as a bad reaction, whereas a lot of times that just means that it's working, and you're not giving it enough time. But if you're ever unsure, you can of course visit your dermatologist, consult your skincare consultant. If you're getting products from me, please talk to me about it. I love doing consults, and you know, there are products that are a little too strong for some people, but we have something that can fit everybody's needs. So this is the last one that I have. There is one more. It's the dark circle corrector, or the multi-skin corrector. So it too, kind of like vitamin C, it's good for dark spots. dark circles, age spots, however you want to call it. If you get vitamin C, you don't need that. Because they kind of do the same thing. I would say it's more targeted just for the dark spots and for the overall tone. The vitamin C serum has a lot of other things that it works on at the same time. So if you're feeling good about the majority of your skin and the brightness of your skin, but you notice you have a few dark spots, the multi-tone skin corrector would be something that you might want to check into. And that one is $24.99 right now. Now, in all of those serums, when you purchase them before Tuesday of next week, which I want to say is the 5th, but Campaign 4 closes out Monday on my website at shopwithapril.com. With any of those purchases, you will get one free Eye Lift Pro, okay? So, and this, you guys know, I've talked about it a million times. This is my favorite eye cream ever. This has injectable grade arginine in it, which helps lift and tighten around your eyes. And I get told all the time that I have big bright eyes, and I have to imagine that they're nice because of this, because I use this every day, twice a day. So this is the cream that goes right here. And again, with all products, even though this is an eye cream, please do not get it right up to your waterline. That's not what it's meant to do. Do it right around your eye socket bone, basically, and do out to here where the crow's feet live. And then this right here, this is the gel. This, you're going to dab, 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 and you're going to dab, 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 dab right up here. And same thing, please do it around the bone. Don't get it right. Don't put it where your mascara goes. Don't put it where your eyeliner goes. If you get these products too close to your eyeball, it's gonna burn. They're meant for your eye, like the skin around your eye, not your eyeball, okay? There's a difference between your eye and your eyeball. So this is an eye cream, not an eyeball cream. But this is really fantastic. And little trick, if you put it in a cold place, or in a fridge, even if you have a skincare fridge, which that would be so cool to have. I don't have one, but I want one. It feels really good after a long, hard day, or especially in the summer months when it's really hot and you're tired. Just imagine, you know, how people do cucumbers over their eyes for that cooling effect. You put this in the fridge, it has that wonderful cooling effect to it, and it just feels so nice and relaxing. And it's a great way to do your skincare regimen and relax at the same time. So if you want your free Eye Lift Pro, which is a $40 value, then go and get yourself one of the serums. If you want 2 of these for free, because you want to do 2 serums like me, for every serum you purchase, you will get one of these for free. So knock yourself out, because again, I say power serum and any other serum you want, because this is used with everything. It really just enhances the benefits. So if you have any specific questions about any of the serums I just went over, please let me know. I'm happy to help. I love skincare, but serums really are my favorite, and I love to play around. I layer them every day. I do mix and match. Obviously, I have a lot here, so I don't use all of these every day, but I probably use at least 2 or 3 every day. So if you have questions about using them or which one might be right for you, please let me know, because I would be absolutely happy to help you. If you think you want to purchase some, please go to my website. It's shopwithapril.com and go ahead and snag them up. And again, that sale is going to end online Monday. So hope you have a really great day and you learned a little bit about some serums. Thanks, guys.